WWE had when they had a superhero character being Gregory Helms as the Hurricane, was he never really had a supervillain. You know, he had an arch nemesis, but that was Triple H. He wasn't really a supervillain. He just squashed the hell out of Hurricane, so that doesn't count. The third thing I would like to see, third thing I'd like to see is Sanjay Dutt heel already. You know, they've been dragging on this love triangle angle with him and with Black Machismo, Jay Lethal for God knows how long. Just turn him heel already, would you? Just turn him heel. That's all we want. And number 4. As I said in the other half of the video, whatever Shelley and Sabin have done, I think they've paid for it enough. Give one of them a shot at the X Division Championship, or sometime this year, let them win the TNA tag titles. In fact, having a Motor City Machine Guns LAX rivalry over the tag belts would just be awesome, I think. Because I like LAX, I like Homicide and Hernandez, especially when I saw them live in Oklahoma City in January, watching Hernandez do his Mexican Superman thing over the top rope live and in person is like nothing I've ever seen before. And I'm a huge Shelley mark anyway. I've been since he came into TNA. So Motor City Machine Guns versus LAX for the tag titles, I'd love to see it. I think it'd be awesome. And the next couple of things I'm going to say are probably just, you know, pipe dreams really, but they're things I'd like to see in TNA. First, I want to see Abyss or Chris Parks. Either way, I want to see him back in TNA. Because, you know, the way Abyss left was kind of abrupt, and I want to see something come out of that. I want to see an angle come out of that. Maybe he comes back saying, you know, that he's put the life of the Monster Abyss behind him and he wants to wrestle as Chris Parks, because he's an incredible talent. How can you let him go? I mean, he can't go to WWE because he's, you know, too hardcore, and he's actually a big guy that can move. That's not something Vince wants, at least I don't think so. So, you know, bring him back either as Abyss again or as Chris Parks. And the next thing I want, this kind of a pipe dream, is, you know, Curryman's fun, Curryman's entertaining, he's part of the whole, you know, TNA, New Japan, friendly relationship thing, just like Awesome Kong was. That's all well and good, but I want Christopher Daniels back. You know, he was just too awesome of a character, and I don't know why they got rid of the Christopher Daniels character in the first place. There was still so much that could have been done with him, really. I mean, they could have had a feud between him and his former Triple X mates, you know, Elix Skipper and Senshi, you know, maybe even put it around the X Division title. Christopher Daniels, heck, he could have gone for the TNA title as well. And he's one of my favorite wrestlers, admittedly, so I'm a bit biased here, but, you know, he could have been, along with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. I'm not going to count Angle here because I don't ever think he was a true X Division champion anyway, but he could have been, you know, one of the cornerstone Triple Crown guys of TNA, and instead they get rid of Christopher Daniels and have him come back as Curryman, which is, again, is a fun character, but it's just not the same. Mostly because most people who don't know the backstage stuff don't know Curryman is Christopher Daniels. And yeah, that's really about it. I'm not going to complain too much about Samoa Joe getting the belt late because, like I said, he's been deserving it for a long time. You know, Samoa Joe is one of those rare people who there are any number of people that he could go up against. He could go up against guys from the X Division. He can go up against, you know, the Scott Steiners and the Kurt Angles of the world, the Monster Abysses, and all these other different people. Actually, what I think would be a pretty interesting feud for the TNA title would be Samoa Joe versus James Storm. And I know there's not any history between the two there, but you know, you can find a way for their, you know, James Storm has been working his butt off since Chris Harris didn't get sort of chance at the TNA title shot that I thought he should have gotten. You know, James Storm has just been working his butt off, and he's been kind of been on the losing end of things. Why not, you know, push him for the title? And you know, coming up this next month, we've got Slammiversary. What I would like to see would be Robert Roode and James Storm part of the King of the Mountain. Now, obviously, I don't want Samoa Joe to lose the title yet. Having him only lose it after 2 months, even in the King of the Mountain match, would just be really stupid in my opinion. But what I want to see is AJ Styles and Robert Roode, James Storm, along with Samoa Joe, and I can't think of a fifth person. I can't see Scott Steiner in a King of the Mountain match. I really can't. I mean, I know there have been other bigger guys that have been in there, but for some reason Scott Steiner and King of the Mountain don't come together in my view. So I honestly have no idea who the fifth person would be. So I'll just leave that up to smarter people than me, I guess. See if they can figure that out. And that's what I'd like to see. So, you know, if you like what I have to say, you know, comment it. If you don't like what I have to say, comment it, but please be nice about it. If you're mean about it, trust me, it's gonna get deleted. So let me know what you think on both this and the complaining part, which will be linked to. That's my wrestling rant for right now. We'll see how things go, TNA, and hopefully I won't ever have to do another one of these again, but if we do, well, I suppose I'll see you whenever. Bye.